get situated. Okay. We're now joined by head men's basketball coach Tom Slider of the North Park Vikings. North Park coming off a 4-21 record from a season ago, as well as a 1-13 record in the conference. And Coach, how are you doing today? And I guess the bigger question is, now that you guys got practice coming up here, what are your expectations for the upcoming season?
It's like Christmas Day, Kevin, around here. Guys get anxious to start the season, and coaches do as well. So, you can only plan so much, and then it's time to lace them up and get started. So we're excited.
Mm-hmm. What are your expectations now coming into this season, and hopes that you guys can improve on last year's 4-21 record?
Well, mostly continue to improve on the process, and we feel like we've now, going into year 3, brought some guys in that will help be part of our culture and play the way that we want to play. And so there's only one player in the program right now that existed when we came in here as a staff. So. Going into year 3, it's there's been a lot of turnover, and again, you hope that you're finding guys that fit your system more. So, obviously we look to improve on the record, and but more importantly, improve on the process and the understanding of what it takes, especially in this league.
Talking about who you've got coming back to the team now, I think you and I talked about it a little bit earlier. You guys got 12 guys returning to the team. Talking about what they're going to be able to bring back.
Well, we do have 12 guys, and it's always good to try to get some continuity going. And it's probably been the first time in the 3 years that we've had a group of guys come back that now kind of know what's expected. You first start with the seniors. Now, with that said, there's only one senior that's been here 4 years. The other seniors that we have transferred in. But nevertheless, Trent Kuchera, Garrett Gatz, and Michael Wilson will all be looked upon to provide great leadership. And they've done that so far this preseason in workouts and their leadership. They're respected. They work hard. Trent is extremely reliable and is about as North Park as they come, with his family, parents going here, his uncle went here, so he bleeds blue, and then Garrett Gatz is our energy guy and is a great shooter, and Michael Wilson has done a great job over the summer of really working on his fitness level and improving his game, so we expect a lot out of those seniors.
Talk about some of not the newcomers, just some of the guys out of that 12 that are coming back, especially Juwan Henry, who was named the freshman of the year last year for the CCIW.
Well, I think right now when anybody mentions North Park, if they do, Juwan Henry's name comes up, and rightly so. He had such a great freshman campaign, and Juwan has made great strides maturity-wise in a lot of areas. And so, the thing about Juwan now going into a sophomore year is it really as it is still in his career, he's been on the floor so much, logged so many minutes, more than any other freshman normally does, and being such an integral part of what our team does. Our opponents have tried a number of ways to shut him down, and he's seen a lot of different things that sometimes only veteran players see. So we're expecting, again, him to have another great year, and not to jinx him, but certainly he's a focal point and we're going to rely on him a great deal. So
talking about some of the outside the 12, that's about some of the newcomers you guys got coming in here for this year.
Well, we're really excited about our freshman class, and in particular, Colin Lake is a heralded freshman out of Michigan, who came in averaging 31.8 points a game as a senior in high school. I think he scored over 40 points 5 times his senior year. So, pretty dynamic scorer. Diminutive in stature, huge heart, and we look forward to him stepping on the court soon in his career. Jordan Robinson. A local guy, if you call Hoffman Estates in the suburbs a local guy, and it's a guy that we expect also to make an immediate impact in our program. And then Trevor Pye, who's also from Hoffman Estates.
Okay.
He's our third guy from Hoffman Estates.
Nice.
Joe Bico being a veteran coming back. So we kind of have a little Hoffman Estates pipeline going there. But
Nice.
Trevor brings a lot of leadership qualities and work ethic and things like that. And there's going to be some other freshmen that make an impact as well. But those are 3 freshmen that probably will certainly stand out early.
Okay. Talk about too what kind of offense, defense you guys are going to run. Is it going to be more of an up-tempo thing, or is it going to be more of a possession game? What do you think is going to be the things that's going to draw you guys to success this year?
Well, I'm certainly not going to give away our secrets, but we'd like to continue to push the ball up and down the floor, and we always like to press some, and we'd like to get a lot of guys involved in the offense. We think that we've addressed some needs where we have multiple guys that are capable of scoring. So I guess time will tell on that. And I've always been one that kind of shies away from the star system of one guy scoring all the points, which hasn't necessarily been the case of how we played in the last couple of years. But hopefully with some of the development of our guys, with some of the needs that we think we've addressed in recruiting, you'll see that. We'd like to, first and foremost, we'd like to improve our defense and rebounding, which is, I think, a key for any team to have success.
You guys open the season on November 15th against Illinois College, but looking past that, talk about how you see the CCIW shaping up this year.
Well, the CCIW is going to be as strong as ever. One of the preseason polls, the D3 Sporting News, I believe, is the newest poll that just came out.
Okay.
I believe had Illinois Wesleyan 3, Augustana 6, and Wheaton 12. So,
wow. Okay.
there's 3 schools, and if it's a typical year, there's going to be another school in the CCIW rise up to be in the top 25 before the year's out. So, don't expect any less from our league, more of the same, and it's our job to try to rise up in the midst of all that.
Going back to the original part of the question, as the non-conference schedule, how much do you see the non-conference schedule preparing you guys for that rigorous CCIW schedule?
Well, you always hope you schedule opponents that will allow you to see certain things that other teams in your league do. And in the midst of doing that, though, you're still trying to achieve some balance in home and away and not have to return certain games. We're I think, extremely fortunate to be in a very unique position this year, where 16, of our 11 non-conference games, 9 of them are at home.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And of a 25-game schedule, 16 of our 25 games are at home. When you throw into the mix that we play the University of Chicago on the road, Wheaton, North Central, and Elmhurst are all basically in the city of Chicago. 20 of our 25 games are in the city of Chicago.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
We really aren't going to be on the road much this year, and hopefully that will bode well for us, and we'd like to think that we could get some home court advantage and build some momentum.
All right, well, thanks so much, Tom, for taking the time today, and we wish you guys the best of luck in the upcoming season.
Always a pleasure, Kevin. Thank you.
That's Tom Slater.